So now it's time for one of my personal favorite segments, Between the Bread, with living editor and sandwich connoisseur Nancy Einhart.
Hi there.
Hello, we have quite the spread today. What are we making?
Well, we're making these very sophisticated tea sandwiches today.
They smell delicious. I'm gonna keep my hands off though.
All right, yeah, don't eat those yet. I'm gonna make you a fresh one.
Okay.
So this is called a Benedictine sandwich.
Very fancy name.
It's great for any kind of like bridal shower that you might be hosting this summer, or just a sophisticated picnic or a garden party if you're that kind of hostess.
Okay,
Yeah.
so good summertime sandwich.
Absolutely.
All right, so what goes into it?
So the first thing that goes into it is cucumber and scallions. That's gonna give it a really fresh, summery flavor. Then we've got cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese, a tablespoon of mayo, and of course some white bread that we're gonna cut the crust off of.
All right, now how do we go about assembling this?
Well, the first thing that we need to do is to grate the cucumber, and this is kind of tricky, so I'll just show you. You're gonna use your typical like cheese grater here. Take half a cucumber and just, grate it like you would a big slab of cheese. And then once you've got all of the cucumber grated, it's important to get all of the moisture out of it. So I like to put my grated cucumber in a colander and just kind of like take a fork and kind of press as much moisture out as I can.
Because you don't want the end product to be runny.
Exactly, and you want that nice fresh flavor without the water. So this is already, I've grated this for you.
Okay, and you've already got all the moisture out, so it's ready to
yes.
go.
So we're gonna put that in a bowl, and just, we've got 1 bunch of scallions, just chopped up.
So this actually reminds me of the traditional British tea sandwich, right? Which is cucumber and cream cheese?
Absolutely. This is the American version of that, basically. So this was invented in Louisville, Kentucky at the turn of the century by a woman named Jenny Benedict, hence the name Benedictine.
I mean, I was assuming it was Southern because there was some mayo in it.
Yeah, it's pretty, pretty clear.
And it's kind of like the green sister to the pimento cheese sandwich.
Exactly. It would add some nice color to your, tea party spread.
Yeah, they would look really beautiful as a spread together.
So the easiest way to mix this together is with a fork.
Okay.
And
so
if you want to be really traditional about it, you would add a drop of green food coloring. That's going to give it this nice pastel green hue. But be careful with the food coloring.
Yeah, you don't want it to look radioactive.
No, certainly not.
So you need to be careful. The green food coloring it is fun because to me it gives it this sort of vintage, like 50s feel.
Absolutely, and if you were having kind of a retro themed party, it might be perfect.
Right, like I can totally see, Don Draper and the crew getting into this.
Exactly. So once you've got it mixed up, you're just gonna spread, not too much on the sandwich that it's gonna ooze out, so I would just say like a thin layer here of this cucumber salad, basically.
Just kind of putting that on there. Now, like with the white bread, you always assume, white bread is the way to go with this sandwich.
Absolutely. I really don't eat white bread except when I'm eating tea sandwiches, frankly.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's just how it goes.
All right, that's Nancy's philosophy. You gotta have the white bread for your tea sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Don't get it twisted.
Spread some on the bread, get it pretty even. And then of course we're gonna cut the crusts off. So this is gonna make, if you make this amount, it's gonna make about 8 full-size sandwiches, so then 16 teeny ones.
And you can even make them smaller than this.
Absolutely, you could cut them into little squares or into finger sandwiches, or, excuse me, I'm just gonna throw these crusts everywhere. But I want the sandwich to be perfect, so.
Yeah, the crust is not, it's really about the end product.
It's really about the end product. So as you can see, we're gonna cut this in diagonal like this.
And of course, if you're someone that likes, to go right through the middle, it's whatever you want to do.
Anything, you can get creative with it. You can cut it into shapes. This is a, really simple sandwich to make. So,
all right.
So that's all we do.
This is the moment of truth. You ready?
I'm ready.
Toast?
Pinkies up, toast, yeah.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
It's creamy, but it's still fresh, so it's not overpowering, and I can see sitting on a wraparound porch, you got the ceiling fan going.
Absolutely.
You got some lemonade or some iced tea. This is the way to go.
It just tastes very summery, yeah.
It does. The cucumber is so refreshing, and it just smells, it has a great smell.
Yeah, it does.
I'm into it, Nancy.
All right,
You always deliver for Between the Bread.
Happy to help.